Recording started. Perfect. We're now recording. Great. So my name is Majid. I am the Chief of Operations on the Taboo project. I want to congratulate each and every one of you for being on this call. We now have a record turnout, just over 216. Actually, we have about 250 loyal and dedicated Taboo investors that are on the call. I am nothing but thrilled. And what I want to share is I want to share that I am extremely proud of our community. I believe we have the best community in the crypto space. And without the community, we are absolutely nothing. I always say that we value on the Taboo core team, we value every individual's opinions, every individual's suggestions and feedback, and we will continue to do so as we move forward in building this legacy. I always say this, we are in the legacy building business. When Playboy first started in its infancy, there were a lot of brand building events that had to go on. There was a lot of outreach. There was a lot of building that needed to happen, right? We're building the blueprint of a positive, sustainable, and long lasting brand that is going to be multi generational in effect. This is the key. We are building a brand, and brands can survive in any bear market or bull market. From day one, we have been focused on not only creating the most innovative adult entertainment type token, but we wanted to get to number one and we wanted to stay there. Right now, Taboo is the number one adult entertainment token on blockchain, and we plan to stay. But before I move forward and I introduce our guest speakers, Chloe Terre and CJ Sparks, I want to mention one thing. All of us are here early, so give yourselves a pat on the back. This is a project, while we have had rapid and exciting growth because the market has demanded more of Taboo, we need to still ensure and make sure our expectations are managed about this being a long-term play. This is not a short-term play. This is a long-term play. And we are all here for the same reason: financial independence and freedom. This is what gets me motivated in the morning. This is what gets me to work hard and energize me, is knowing that I am making a difference in each and every one of your lives. I look at every investor equally on the Taboo brand, and the community is what's going to drive this project forward, not us. We will do everything in our power to continue to innovate, build the tech, and continue to show the world why Taboo is special and why Taboo is a brand that's here to stay. However, without the community, we're nothing, and I urge the community to look and arm yourselves with knowledge. Knowledge is the number one tool to eradicate FUD. Knowledge is the number one tool that will help all investors be able to handle fluctuations in their investment. There will always be fluctuations. Higher risk means higher reward, and we are still an early cap play. But in the last month alone, we have grown over 3,000%. Our holder count has gone up over 6 times. And you know what? As much as that progress makes me happy, the hard work is only just beginning. I am thinking 4, 5, 6, 10 steps ahead and what this brand will be in the next 3 to 5 years. And every day, be rest assured that the Taboo team is working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this project a world-known project where everyone around the world can hear, speak, and learn about Taboo. Now, one thing I want to mention about the marketplace. See, at the very beginning of our project, when every single crypto project was living in fear, when every single competitor was out there trying to rush their product, I said, no, we're not going to rush this because we're going to build this right the first time. This is why we went with the development team that we did. This is why we have taken the time that we have needed to ensure a smooth launch. I always say this launch is meant to be a presentation pitch to the world. And it is my belief that the floodgates are going to open once this marketplace launches. But remember, this is version one. This is just the start of our journey together. Version one is not the final product. And even after we launch, we will be improving and modifying and updating this marketplace day in and day out to ensure that it meets the standards of what investors want and what we want on the core team. But we will never have a final product. When we talk about phase two and phase three, this is all semantics, because as we continue to grow and as we continue to gain holders and as we continue to grow in valuation, we will continue to stay modern and relevant in the crypto space. I will share an example. Immutable NFTs, if some of you haven't heard of them before, they are a brand new type of NFT. The moment I learned about it, I called our dev team and I said, put this into one of our later versions. And they said, no problem at all. So the pillars of Taboo comes down to three pillars: quality, innovation, and exclusivity. We are currently in the hottest and trendiest space on blockchain where we're working with NFTs. NFTs are here to stay. We're in a multi-billion-dollar business, which is in the adult entertainment space. We have a unique business model where exclusivity and standards of excellence are in place. We have high quality supermodel partners that many of them are Playmate and ex-Playmate models, and they have seen what we're trying to build, which is bringing power back to the creator and giving opportunity to creators and bridging the gap that Playboy failed to do by not going digital. And we're doing this in decentralized fashion as well. We have the best dev team that money can buy. We have the best team in place that is ensuring that we will deliver on our promises day in and day out. So I urge everybody, look at this investment as a set and forget investment. Don't don't worry about the charts day in and day out, because people have different exit strategies. Some people that sell off today were there with us on the earlier stages, and we should embrace them and we should be happy they were there before, because it gives an opportunity to new investors to join us on our next ride and our next phase up as we continue to rise in the rankings of CMC and we continue to show the world what we are and what we stand for. So embrace it, but do not look at the charts. I always say this: if you were to own a property today and somebody was to knock on your door every 5 minutes and say, this is the valuation of your home, you would not like that. So why are we doing that with our investment here? As long as you stay informed, as long as you have the knowledge, as long as you can trust in the team, and this is a big part of it, a big part of your investment plan on the investments you choose, you have to have faith on the team. Ideas are 1%, execution is 99%. And I believe that we have executed and delivered on our promises so far. But it is not up to me anymore. Right now, it is up to the community to continue to hold as we continue to rise to greatness. Because one thing before I move on, it is a very simple formula. Buy pressure plus sell pressure equals positive price impact. As long as the community is unified and they understand we are still a long-term play that can bring the potential for rapid growth. As long as buy pressure comes in and we continue to hold, positive price impact will happen. So, with that being said, I am honored and privileged to be on this call. Before I introduce our guest speakers, I want to mention that today we will be releasing the definitive date of our version 1 marketplace launch. I am nothing but excited. But again, this is the start of our journey together. Now, before I introduce our speakers, I want to make it very clear. Please be kind. Don't be rude. If anybody says anything that is not remotely respectful, they will be banned and muted permanently from the chat. I will not stand for that. I want to make that very clear. So today we have our guest speakers, Chloe Terre and CJ Sparks. They are internationally known models and as well as playmates as well. They are brand ambassadors. They are very happy to be on the call. They are just as buzzed and excited as I am for what we are building here. And I'm going to give them an opportunity to share a little bit about their background first and what they love about Taboo. I will let CJ Sparks speak first, followed by Chloe Terre, and then we will open the floor to questions, and then thereafter, later on the call, I will announce the date of the marketplace launch after a few questions throughout this call as well. And after the call, I will make an official Twitter post that is pinned with a countdown on the launch date. Our time is near. So now that we're moving forward, I'd like to see if CJ Sparks is here. CJ Sparks, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Perfect. We're very happy to have you on this call. We've broken a record. We're almost 2 times higher in turnout, 3 times higher now, including Discord, than we were on our last calls. So, all the community members are very happy to hear from you as they've never heard from you before. So why don't you share a little bit about your background and, what it is about Taboo that, really gets you going every day and makes you happy to be a part of a brand like Taboo.
Thanks, Majid. I'm going to keep this as short as possible so we can get to the good stuff. Hi, everyone. I'm CJ Sparks. Thanks so much for coming. I am truly so jazzed up for Taboo. I love that somebody like myself, being a nude model, bikini, lingerie, where I got my start, and now a nude model. I love my job. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with being nude. I love showing off my body. And recently, the places that I can go and do that are they're being taken away from me, and it's absolutely infuriating. It's making my job harder and harder, and I enjoy something like Taboo. I think it actually represents Chloe and I and many of our girlfriends perfectly, and it's also a way to catapult us into the next phase of our lives, being ladies that started in the adult industry, bikini, lingerie, nude modeling, and now being able to get into the crypto space. And like you said earlier, Majid, being able to build generational wealth and learn more about something like this and be welcomed, not only welcomed, but welcomed excitedly with open arms and celebrated. I truly feel like something like this is the way of the future. We've seen spaces like OnlyFans, pop off and go wild, and how incredible something like that has been for adult performers. I feel like Taboo is a million times past even something like OnlyFans. And I feel like Taboo it's actually, it's for me, I know, and probably for you guys as well, it's absolutely the way of the future. Nobody else wants the adult performers, the ladies that pose nude, the ladies that pose in lingerie, even the fellas, that pose lingerie, bikini, posing nude. You know what? Come over to Taboo, baby. We've got your back. We're happy to have you, and you're going to be celebrated here. And so, a space like that, we're earning money. People from all different walks of life are earning money. Bring your money over here, baby. Invest, and watch it grow. So I'm just so excited to be a part of a space where, number one, I'm welcomed, I'm celebrated, so are my girlfriends, and I can come here and I can learn, which is what I'm going to be doing today, because as you all know, Chloe is the crypto queen and I am the court jester, and I am still learning. I'm having so much fun, but I'm just so happy to be in a space where I am celebrated and I am looking forward to growing. Like you said, Majid, hold, hold, hold. This is a long-term investment. And I just look forward to spending as much time here as possible and inviting all my hot girlfriends so we can all come and learn with everyone as well. I've been modeling for about 10 plus years now. And recently, I have been just desiring something brand new, something to put my energies into. And Taboo came along at the perfect time for me. So I look forward to a long lasting future with Taboo. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you, Majid.
No, that was a great introduction, and I want to just emphasize on a few points. First and foremost, CJ Sparks alluded to it. This project is primarily on an umbrella term and general sense. It's about promoting and personal empowerment. When we look at Taboo as a brand name, when everyone else is making vulgar names about some of these quote unquote competitors, people will not be happy to share and discuss those names at the dinner table with their families. This is one of the reasons we chose a name like Taboo. It is user friendly, it promotes maximum user friendliness, and the name itself is highly marketable in a way where we're going to be able to generate plans such as a digital magazine and a radio show, which I'm going to be hosting soon, where models and content creators alike will be able to introduce themselves and will be able to, we can speak about taboo topics and help people feel empowered behind their preferences and how they want to express themselves, even on a physical scale. So this is one of the most important aspects of Taboo. Now, one of the biggest differentiators of Taboo is our unique tiering system model. I want everybody to remember this. We are a highly exclusive premium brand like the Gucci's and the Versace's of the world, which means we selectively curate the best of the best in terms of content creators in the adult space. And while we are in adult entertainment, we are not a traditional porn project. And this is why we have gathered so much interest, because somebody like CJ Sparks, and when I introduced Chloe Terry momentarily, their reputations, they have spent many years building it, and they would never partner with a brand that would ever tarnish their reputations. This is a brand enhancer. Very important to remember. So thank you, CJ Sparks. We'll allow questions from community members momentarily after I introduce Chloe Terry on the call. And we're very happy to have you on the call as well. So Chloe, are you there right now?
Sure am.
Fantastic.
Hey guys. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Wow, we have hit over 40,000 holders now. This is so exciting. So much has happened since the last Ask Me Anything. We did our first Taboo Models group shoot, which went absolutely fantastic. We have the announcement that we have a huge marketing billboard going up in Vegas on the Strip. I don't know if we have any NFL fans in this group, but if it's going to be right in front of Raiders Stadium, which is super exciting. It's going to have maximum reach. We're going to have the whole city of Vegas buzzing about Taboo. And, I found it very interesting. Vegas is becoming another cryptocurrency city. All the places I was at last weekend when I was visiting there was just, they were saying they're going to start accepting all sorts of cryptos everywhere. And, with the gambling there and all the casinos are starting to bring in cryptocurrency. So I just feel like Vegas is the perfect city for Taboo, especially it's the Sin City. It's the city of like sexy girls gambling and having a lot of fun. And that, I feel like Taboo, we're not gambling with Taboo, but I feel like Sin City is just going to be a great place. All the girls that we had at the shoot are now Taboo ambassadors. We have the lovely, I'm super excited, especially because so many of my girl friends have been wanting to learn about crypto. And, I've been in the crypto space for a year now, but I still haven't found the right way to kind of like introduce my friends to it. But Taboo gave me the perfect platform to do it. And, all my beautiful hot model friends that, yes, we're all former playmates. We came together. There's 6 of us. It's going to be an amazing billboard, and all the girls are all now holders of Taboo. They're invested personally, and they're all so excited to be in this space with all of you. So we've decided that we're going to have these Ask Me Anythings, and we're going to be bringing on one model at a time, so you can all get to know my girlfriends a little bit better and learn about these amazing Taboo ambassadors. And with our marketplace launching very soon, all of the models that you'll be meeting on these Ask Me Anythings will be having their exclusive NFTs in our marketplace. So you'll get to learn about the girls, have more of a 3D image of them, and then buy their NFTs as well. So we're super excited to be here. Any questions that you have for both CJ and I? She's very new into the crypto space. Like she said, I wouldn't call her the jester or whatever she said. You're a crypto princess. I'll be the crypto queen. And, we're working our way up. We're going to learn all about crypto, all about trading, how it all works. But here with Taboo, I am personally invested in this. I'm so excited. We've got so much big things coming, and this is just such an exciting time to be in the space. So thank you, Majid. And yeah, let's go. Taboo to the moon.
Yes. No, you're getting me buzzing in my seat just hearing both of you speak. I will emphasize on one key point that you alluded to, and this has to do with the crypto space in general. See, almost every crypto project, where they fail is they fail to attract non-crypto centric investors. And this was a plan that James and I had from the very beginning. We said 99.9% of the world, they want to get involved in crypto. They don't know how or where to go. And this is one of the reasons why with our marketplace, when we launch, anyone around the world within 30 seconds can create their personal wallet with their private keys. We have a unique swap feature in place where they can trade the top 10. We're going to start off with the top 10 cryptocurrencies and keep introducing more liquidity as we move forward. They will be able to swap those top currencies into Taboo to then buy and spend with our native token on the marketplace itself. So if we can, and I believe we will, be able to attract non-crypto centric investors and simplify it. I always say simplicity is key, in a way where it is easy for anyone who wants to learn crypto to learn about crypto and also hear about Taboo. The sky's the limit. So, with that being said, thank you, Chloe and CJ, for your introductions. I'm going to open up the floor to community questions. I like to give preference to people who are speaking on the call. Please be kind and respectful on the call for any questions you may have for them. And remember, they are not technical crypto gurus in the sense, so try to stay away from technical questions around Taboo itself. Leave that to myself. So thank you. Any questions to start off?
I have two questions.
Yep, go ahead.
This is Paco from Mexico. I would like to know if there's going to be any content in Spanish for the Latin American community.
So is that a question directed towards CJ and Chloe or myself? That seems like it's a question directed to me. So just hold that thought. I'd like to have direct questions right now for our brand ambassadors that are on the call, and then I can answer that after.
I appreciate it.
Well, I'd love to just, I could say, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, CJ, you go ahead. I mean, you're definitely.
Well, I was probably just going to say what you were going to say, Chloe, is that our friend Jenny Summers, who is works with Playboy Mexico, she would probably be heading up something like that in the future. I know it's not currently available, but we absolutely have a girl on it. So in the future, I would say that something like that will be available, though I'm not sure when. I'm not sure if that was what you were going to say, Chloe. I'll let you finish up.
Yes, exactly. Well, Jenny worked with Playboy Mexico for 6 years, and now we've kind of stolen her over to Team Taboo. I really do feel like, Taboo is the future, is what Playboy could have been. And like Majid said earlier, they kind of dropped the ball when it came to going digital. So we have this amazing space here. And yes, of course, the plan is to have Taboo available, user ready for all different languages and for everyone to enjoy around the world. But having Jenny on our team is another one of our brand ambassadors of Taboo. She'll be on an Ask Me Anything soon. She can even answer your questions in Spanish. She's bilingual, been living in Mexico City for the last 6 years. So we definitely have that angle covered, and I'm sure we'll have many more amazing ambassadors who speak many languages and can provide great Taboo content in all over the world.
Amazing, amazing. I should just let you run this entire AMA, both of you. Answering, that's great. That's great. No, great question, and that was a great answers as well. Any other questions on the call? We're gonna allow maybe 10-15 minutes of calls of questions to be asked for CJ and Chloe, and then we'll move on towards the rest of the schedule of this AMA. So
yeah, hi.
Don't be shy.
I got a question. I'm in Las Vegas here, and I'm wondering what other kind of promotion are you looking at? Maybe setting up like a promotional office, or doing events here in Las Vegas, because it really is hot with crypto. There's a lot of startup space. I'm working with a lot of startup space people that are in it, and there's a lot of advertising and adoption to crypto here. Just want to kind of lay into Vegas a little bit more on what your plans are to leverage that.
Yeah. So, live events, I can answer this one. Live events and conventions, those are in the plans, and they will be coming. So absolutely. Absolutely. They will be coming. That's a really, really great way to promote our brand as well. And I'm sure Chloe and CJ would be more than happy to be, promoting Taboo at different events and types of conventions.
Oh,
You would
for
agree,
sure.
right?
We could definitely be, hosting, our Taboo parties. Those will be coming for sure in the future. Vegas, Miami, New York, LA, those can all be hot spots for Taboo. And then we're going to take it international. But yes, as for promotion, we're starting with the billboard. The billboard will be up for a month. Since you're local to Las Vegas, when we have the exact address of it, we'll definitely share that with all of our Taboo holders. We're going to bring all the girls. We're going to take photos in front of it, make it a really fun time. And of course, if you're in the group right now, you're in Las Vegas, when that Taboo billboard's up, we'd love to see photos of you guys in front of it too. That's the first step we're doing with our promotions, but we'll definitely be doing appearances and events, and we've got huge plans for Taboo. This is only the beginning. Like, if you're in with Taboo right now, this is the very, very, very beginning, and it's only up from here. There's so many exciting things to come.
Agreed.
I have a question for both of you. Nice to meet you, by the way. My name is Rock. I'm from Quebec, Canada, the French-speaking province. That's why the accent. I was just wondering, what kind of, how much space in your total career would you say that something like Taboo is going to occupy for you right now? I'm asking that in terms of, I just want to know what part of your career will still be spent on, if we can call that customary or regular medias, versus the Taboo basically side of things, or the whole crypto scene.
Well, I could, CJ's just starting to get into the crypto scene. I'll say this. I mean, I'm still modeling, I'm still traveling, I'm still doing the things that I used to do, but crypto has taken over my life, especially Taboo. I'm very passionate about Taboo. It's something that I'm involved with, and I'm working on every single day, and I love it. And I'm bringing all of my girlfriends in on it. It's absolutely amazing. So it's taken up a lot of my time. I don't know exactly how much of my time, but it's a project I'm working on every day, organizing our photo shoots, creating our NFTs, promoting Taboo. Like, this is a full time for me. So I'm all in on Taboo, and I'm very excited to be bringing my friends like CJ, Holly Barker, Jenny Summers, Allie Masons, Brie Tiesi. They all have huge followings, and they're all going to bring tons more holders to the project as well.
So I guess what I meant to ask by that is it going to be...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was just wondering if it would be easy for you guys. Like, I know you guys are ambassadors, or you're one of the early adopters in terms of the models participating and everything. So it's really great for you. But as Taboo goes on, do you think it's going to be easy to bring others on board, or it's going to be too much of a niche or too much of a complicated process for most of the models?
I actually have tons of my girlfriends wanting to get involved. It's funny. I feel like Taboo is coming, like CJ said earlier, at the perfect time in our lives. CJ and I have both been modeling for about 10 years. We have contacts all over the world. There's, as you can see with how social media works and how Instagram, and you can see OnlyFans and how well those platforms have worked. There are tons of models, and honestly, everyone is looking for. It's always important to have another stream of income. So even if you're a model and you're very successful and you're doing great modeling, why wouldn't you want to invest? Why wouldn't you want to do something else and have a new stream of income? And a lot of my girlfriends that are in the modeling industry, they especially since COVID happened, they have a lot of extra time on their hands, and this is something a project they're very interested in getting involved in. I have tons more girls that will be involved, and we're definitely also, like CJ said earlier, looking for some male models too. Let's bring in all sides of it, all walks of life. We have all these investors. This is great.
Yeah, perfect. Great question, Rock. Any other questions right now on the call for CJ or Chloe?
Hi, this is Mason.
Hello, Mason.
Hi. So I want to thank CJ and Chloe for helping us a lot, because as Taboo Army, when we go to market and tell people about Taboo, mentioning Chloe and CJ and Jenny helps a lot. So thank you for supporting us. The best they covered a lot of topics, but the best question I can find is, why do you think some people, I'm talking about consumers or user, not creators, why they find it easy to go join OnlyFans, for example, like link their credit card there and pay, but when it comes to crypto, some people are like, oh no, that's too complicated for me. Like, what can we do or what are you gonna do to break that barrier between you and your followers? Thank you.
Well, so crypto is becoming more and more popular, especially amongst women, which I love to see. But the thing is, as making it as user friendly as possible. When I first got introduced to crypto and understanding like how to use PancakeSwap, what is SushiSwap, what is Uniswap, like there's so many different exchanges. The more user friendly we are, the easier it is to buy Taboo, the more investors we're going to get. And at the end of the day, more and more people are getting interested, and they're taking the time to understand how to buy it, as well as we've been listed on we've had so many amazing listings, and there's so many more to come. We can't say exactly what's coming, but Majid, I know we've got some really exciting things on the works, and it's just going to make it easier for those first time crypto investors like CJ. I had to walk all of the girls through how to buy Taboo this last week. I had to teach them how to download a wallet, how to add the Taboo token. I had to do that for all 5 of them, because believe me, none of them understood. But we're taking the time to explain it, and if anyone needs help, we're here. And it's becoming easier and easier, and people are adapting. This is the future. This is the currency of the future. This is the way it's going. And I think that the more people, the more they see it promoted, the more they're going to understand that this is legit, and that they're going to want to invest their own money into it. So this is just something that we have to do. Take the time to explain how to hold Taboo, and here we go.
Thank you. By the way, being on Binance, being on the Binance makes it way more easier than being on other networks. That's just from my own experience, like in terms of gas fees and all that. So that should be more user friendly too. Thank you, and have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, I will make a point. It's double layered in effect here. See, one of the key aspects of what we have to do on the core team is ensure the platform itself promotes maximum user friendliness, and then the other big priority is getting listed on the major exchanges in the top 5 and top 10 that anybody that is an amateur or brand new in the crypto space, they generally turn to those exchanges, right? So this is what is a key priority for the Q4 of this year, is to get listed on as many major exchanges as possible. All of this will help in the learning process for new models and new investors alike on buying Taboo, holding Taboo, and then using Taboo on our marketplace. Very Very good question. We'll take maybe 2 more questions for Chloe and CJ.
I have a question.
Yep.
Hi. Hi, Chloe. Hi, CJ. It's really, really great to have you here. As you can see, it just bumped up how many people are even participating in this call significantly. And I think that you're willing to speak with us makes this even more approachable and feel more like a community and a Taboo family. My question for you is, I'm wondering, with your connections, something that I always think about is representing different cultures and backgrounds, and and I'm just wondering culturally, what if you have any connections of models, even with like I don't know, like we have different hair colors and skin colors, and I'm wondering what might be down the road for that.
Well, I know that, speaking for both Chloe and myself, that we have many different girlfriends who are usually either playmates or models from all around the world that speak multiple different languages, and that are currently living in Spain and Portugal and Iceland, and so many different girls that are all beautiful, but they're all incredibly smart. They're growing, they're getting, they're having families, and they're doing different things with their life. And I know that they're all currently interested in crypto as well, and kind of taking the next step in life and creating generational wealth. And a lot of women look to Chloe, a lot of women look to me as far as, how long we've been in the modeling industry, and kind of watching the moves that we make. And usually what will happen is those women will start coming around, and they'll start asking us themselves, oh, how did you get into this? Or what was this like? Or how did you, different questions like that. So I think that, usually these people come to us, they see us, to piggyback on the last question, they see us talking about it, they see us promoting the token, the coin, and they're just like, wait a minute, okay, I've seen this with Chloe, I've seen this with CJ, I've seen this on Bree and Allie and Jenny, and they're usually like, okay, what's going on here? This is getting big, I'm seeing it everywhere. And then it kind of, in my experience, will grow like that. And once it grows like that, it's like a wildfire. Like, you couldn't stop it if you wanted to. Look at crypto, how it's taken off. Whether or not you hold crypto, you know what crypto is. Whether or not you know how to work crypto, you know what it is. And it kind of seems like that the space has exploded, I'm sure for a long time now, but almost exploded overnight, especially with COVID and everything, when everyone was home. So I believe that this is going to be worldwide. Taboo will be absolutely worldwide with a lot of our girlfriends incredibly soon. I know Chloe and Majid have so many different plans for kind of where this is headed and everything. I can't imagine it not
and
being.
Also, just to make note, as for our ambassadors, we definitely want to diversify. I think that bringing on, more of our models. I just even thought to myself, we have a girlfriend, Rania. She's from Egypt. She would be great. She speaks, she speaks many, like 4 or 5 languages. Everyone in Europe does. I love that. She's actually living in London right now. But we have friends from all over the world. CJ and I have traveled to at least 10 countries together. We pose for Playboy, from Playboy Philippines to Playboy Mexico and everywhere in between. So I'm definitely, for our next big photo shoot, I will, keep in mind and definitely think about ways that we can diversify our ambassadors, because I think it would be great to have more representation from different parts of the world. Being from Canada, everyone you meet is from a different country. So I would love to, bring that to Taboo as
well. Yeah, no, and I will make one point here. Word of mouth advertising is the best form of advertising. And once a movement starts, as CJ beautifully, eloquently put, it's like wildfire. It doesn't stop. I mentioned this theory in a previous AMA. It's called the popcorn theory. If you, when you're trying to, make popcorn and you're watching it, for the first number of minutes, there's no action happening. And then all of a sudden the lid pops off and it overflows. this is what's going to be happening. It already is starting with Taboo, and it will continue to happen. But on a psychological sense, when it comes to the way we're promoting this brand, we're very focused on the crypto advertising side on the core team. Our model ambassadors are focused a lot on the brand building side. And it, on average, statistics are showing this in all forms of neuroscience. It takes someone an average of 7 times of hearing something before they commit to buying it. So when we do the Las Vegas billboard, when we're already looking at Times Square, when we start to promote worldwide and more ambassadors are talking about us, it's not a matter of the first time people hear about Taboo, they buy into it. It's the constant exposure efforts that are happening where eventually everybody has heard it 10, 20 times. They almost have no choice but to get on board, right? So this is, a key point that I wanted to share there as well. We'll take one more question for the ladies, and then we'll get going on to the rest of this AMA. So no other questions?
Last
There was a
question. Good.
There was a question in the chat, Chloe, about Antia joining. I don't know if you want to address that really quick. Is she scheduled to come on board as a Taboo ambassador?
So Antia is a very good friend of mine. There's no official statement yet, so we can't say anything, but she's definitely one of the models that I'm talking to and am in the works of bringing on board. I think that she would be a great fit. Been friends with her for years. She's an amazing model. She's huge on OnlyFans, and I feel like she actually told me she's been wanting to come out with some NFTs herself. So I think it would be a really great partnership, and I think everyone will be super happy. So yeah, that's definitely in the works.
Yes. So really, the message from today is Taboo as a entity, as a brand, as a project, as a tangible and viable investment opportunity. You need to trust the process, because it's the process right now that it's going to take time. I need to manage everyone's expectations. A $1 billion company is not built overnight, right? So there's a lot of ground game marketing. There's a lot of various initiatives that need to be happening day in and day out, and we really are still in our infancy. So with that being said, thank you again, Chloe and CJ, for being on the call. We're very, very happy to have you both on another AM Ask Me Anything session in the future, as well as bringing in more guest speakers as well. So thank you again, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us. So excited for what the future of Taboo has to offer, and I'm so excited. I think our next Ask Me Anything speaker will be Jenny Summers. So we're going to go for now, but make sure you get your questions ready for next time.
Great, fantastic. And shortly, a little bit later on the call, I will announce the basically the definite date for the marketplace launch. I want to answer just a few questions from community members, and then I will share the date that is definite, and we're finally there for our version 1 marketplace launch. So any questions right now on the call?
Yes, hello, hi everyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Majid. Hello, thank you for everything. So I have a question. It will be in next week, a major top 10 exchange, okay? You said. And but I have a question. I look at coin market cap, and it said this LB Bank has 83% of the supply, and the rest is split between Pancake, SOP, and the other. My question is, where will the major top exchange get their supply from?
Oh, yeah, so Coin Market Cap and CoinGecko, they're both, different companies, quote unquote. And I personally find CoinGecko is a little bit harder to deal with. Coin Market Cap does a very good job of updating our supply. And when we ask them to do so, CoinGecko is a little bit more slow moving. I don't quite understand why. So I know the supply and is not fully updated on CoinGecko. I've spoken to a third-party team that is that helps us with discussions with CMC and CoinGecko, especially around, especially when we get listed on new exchanges, we have to update on those websites. So we're doing what we best we can in the background around that as well. So thank you for the question.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Majid. I'm Srikant from India. Do you have any plans like MetaMask? Metaverse?
What do you mean by MetaMask?
Virtual reality,
Facebook?
I think.
Yes, virtual reality. Facebook
Yes,
is launching the
yes,
program, right?
yes. So I want to make
Yeah.
this clear. So our version 1 marketplace, you will be able to buy and sell NFTs. There will be, buy now features. There will also be the ability to auction and bid on various NFTs. You will be able to see, a plethora of top celebrity and exclusive, playmate model names that even go beyond our current ambassadors. There will be staking on the marketplace. There will be 2 versions or layers of staking. One will be a no lockup period where you will have a lower APY. The second will be a time-based. We're looking at 3-month lock for staking. I just want to give a background on this. It's a good time for me to share this. Well, you will be rewarded for being, a dedicated holder and staking. And we will remove the reflections tax for redistributions and passive income rewards to incentivize staking on our platform. There will also be yield farming where you can pair BNB with Taboo, but be careful around impermanence loss. We will be sharing videos around the differences between staking and farming. They both are very lucrative, but each are very different in nature as well. And over time, we will be introducing more SIRA pools on the yield farming side. They are already ready, but I wanted to start and launch this simply, and I wanted to make sure that what we said we would launch with, we would as well. Now, in terms of later versions, there will be virtual reality. There will be live streaming services as well. There will be, private DMs with creators and private shows, tipping, and all of that. All of this is coming, but in later versions. So I want everyone to understand that building this technology for Taboo, it is truly innovative. We're not even going to have our GitHub go public because I believe the code that's being made that is customized for Taboo, I look at it like intellectual property. Now, to answer your question, yes, there will be virtual reality. And I'm looking at, there's lots of great ideas that are happening on Discord. There are a lot of, community members that are coming forward with great ideas. There was one individual that spoke about the metaverse. I'm definitely looking at looking at areas like that as well. So the biggest priority is ensuring a smooth version 1 marketplace launch is the biggest priority at the moment. So good question. I'll take one more question, and then I'm going to share the date of our marketplace launch, which the individuals on the call, you will be hearing it first because I have not even published this on Twitter yet. So I'll take one more question and then I will share the date.
Hello.
Hi there. Any questions on the call?
This is Daniel Cajun. I got one quick question for you. So when people create a trust wallet, they have a 10-word phrase, and that's used as their security key. So what type of security measures, passwords, and whatnot will the Taboo platform have to ensure that everybody's tokens are safe? Thanks.
Yeah. So I want to just make one point clear. I am not the tech expert on this project. So when I have a weakness, I make it very clear to share that. But, we are using the highest and most secure security systems available. So when someone makes when they makes the MetaMask wallet as a first-time crypto user, it's only them that has access to that private key, and it's only them
Majid.
and there's I'll let you speak because this is not my
Yeah, would you like? All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So as far as security, we're using blockchain, which absent the use of quantum computing, which is mostly theoretical right now, there is no way to hack it. The only way anybody can get to your tokens in your wallet through anything is by you clicking on something that you shouldn't have, that was made by a hacker, which would never be on our platform, or you releasing your seed information. No, I'm good. Our platform itself is being, thank you so much, is being audited. The pools are being audited. The smart contracts are good. We're finishing up the CerTic on the Taboo token itself, but by all indications, we have we have no major security issues as far as sandwich attacks, arbitrage attacks, and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons why the payment structure on the platform, our AMM, will not have liquidity mining, which is somewhat against traditional DeFi, but it's because so many platforms have been hit by arbitrage attacks that have drained massive amounts of liquidity from the platform that we don't want to damage the platform's ability to maintain transactions. We don't want to damage the ability for people to buy and sell NFTs as well as exchange their tokens on the platform. So we have yield farming pools, but we do not have liquidity mining, and it's for that purpose. So we are 100% up and aware on all of the security issues and are constantly monitoring them. And that's one of the reasons why the marketplace has taken a little bit longer than any of us would have preferred it to. It was simply because we were making sure that all aspects of it are covered.
Yes, thank you. And this is, I could not have answered that in that fashion. So thank you, OG, for that answer as well. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to share for the first time our date for the marketplace launch. I know all of you have been patient, some have been impatient, but I always said this, and I say this time and time again, a project like Cardano took 6 years to launch their working product, so I was never in a rush. As OG alluded to, we want to make sure that we are creating as perfect of a platform as possible for launch, but there's no such thing as perfection, of course. Now, the date where we will be launching the marketplace is going to be November 23rd. So I will say that again. November 23rd is the date in which the version 1 for our innovative NFT and media streaming platform for Taboo is going to be launched on November 23rd. And I will be creating an official Twitter announcement shortly after the call to illustrate that. So November 23rd is the definite date. We now all have a tangible date for the marketplace launch. So I am hoping everyone is as happy as I am around the fact that we now have a date for launch that I am comfortable enough to share. So that's what I will share there. Now we can move on to some more questions on the call.
I was wondering about the CerTic audit. I asked you yesterday on the chat, and you answered me that it's at the end of the process, but I'm not sure what that means. Could you explain what you mean by what the end of the process?
Yeah. So simply put, there's been so many big priorities that we've had to be focusing on a day-to-day basis. There's only so much time in the day. We've been talking back and forth with CerTic. There's a few last discussion pieces that we're having with them. And it's just once we wrap that up, the CerTic audit is complete. So, we can see already on the CerTic website that it's in process. Just bear with me. We're nearly at the end of the CerTic audit for it to be finished. So just bear with me on that. That's the best answer that I can give.
You can't give a ballpark delay or something, because where I'm coming from with this is, don't worry, I'm all in. I'm not here to cause FUD or anything. I'm really comfortable. But the thing is, I looked about like what people had to say about Taboo online, and the critiques that they have against the project could greatly be mitigated by that CertiK audit being completed as fast as possible. The fact that you're not doxed, the fact that the liquidity pool is below 95%, all those things could be easily mitigated by that. So I'm wondering, is there like a turnaround time that you can give?
Yeah, like my aim and is wanting to have this CertiK audit completed before the launch of the marketplace. So that should give you a timeline. Yeah,
that's
and I
good.
appreciate. Go on.
I have another question. I'm not super knowledgeable in that space, so it's really just to understand a little bit more. I see that the liquidity pool is below the recommended 95%. So that's my first question. Why? And second question is, it says that it's locked until early January of this year that's coming. What does that mean beyond that date?
Right. Okay. So that's a good question that you brought up. So here's what I want to share there. So when it comes to the liquidity, right? One thing that we made sure of at the beginning, and we've already relocked liquidity before, we don't want to be in a position where, knock on wood, God forbid, PancakeSwap comes out with a version 3 for their platform where you can trade and exchange tokens. We don't want to be in a position where our liquidity is locked and inaccessible on the migration phase. So this is intentional. A lot of projects do that. They do maybe 3, even 6 months at a time. And the moment that it's unlocked, they just relock right away. So that's just what we've done before, and we will continue to do that. But it really saves us from the potential of let's say PancakeSwap migrating to a version 3, because I've been involved in the crypto space for quite a while, and I have seen projects really suffer from having their liquidity locked for 10 years or 5 years, and then having it completely inaccessible on a migration. So that is just one thing that I've done to ensure safety for the platform, for Taboo as a token itself, keeping in mind that technology is ever rapidly moving, and we don't know how long version 2 of PancakeSwap is going to be around. Does that make sense? The second thing with regards to liquidity, the aim right now is getting listed on as many major exchanges as possible. We will be removing the redistribution tax as well. So we're never going to have more than a 7% transaction tax. But once we start removing and reducing our taxes, which will happen, right, that is going to create more liquidity as people will want to liquidity mine on the project. And secondly, yield farming is going to be in place on the marketplace, which is going to help with liquidity on PancakeSwap. But PancakeSwap is just one DEX. Once you're listed on many major exchanges, it almost becomes irrelevant. I need to be completely candid about that, because the major exchanges are their own ecosystems, and they will be creating dominance with regards to what the value of the token will be. So I hope that answers your question there.
Well, just one last thing. Will we see that the date is renewed before the actual date comes to close, like the date of the that the liquidity ends? Will we be able to see that it has been renewed before the date where it would come to an end?
Yeah. So James handles all of that.
Okay.
We will make sure that we'll make an announcement on the liquidity relocking for the public. Okay. When that happens, absolutely. Okay. So
I'm done for real now. Thank you so much, Majid.
No problem. Great. So again, I hope everybody's excited. November 23rd is going to be the launch date of our version 1 for the marketplace. And again, some of the reasons why it was quote unquote delayed is ensuring time-based staking was in place, ensuring the tiering system up to tier 3 was included, as it was not part of the plan in the first place, and also ensuring that the content that we have available is of the highest quality imaginable. So those were some of the reasons why there was some delays, quote unquote, on the marketplace launch. So I thank everybody on the call for their patience around this. And I noticed the membership participation has gone down a bit because I think some people just wanted to hear the launch date on this call, which is not a problem too. So good. Any other questions right now on the call? Yeah, go on.
I want to comment on the liquidity issue as well, which you briefly mentioned it, but I would like to highlight the fact that our liquidity farming pools are tied to pancake swap. So the more you stake, the better our liquidity.
Yeah, for the farming, exactly, for the yield farming, absolutely. Yes, we made sure of that. Yeah. Thank you for the clarification there. Great. Any other questions right now on the call?
I have a quick question with you. Mention or if there was any plans to get involved into the Clever ecosystem.
I've never heard of Clever before, but what I will say is on our Discord, there's an advertising ideas channel. So I don't know if it's been mentioned there. If you have, I will review it. I'm making sure I take the time to review these kinds of ideas that community members come forward with. So just, if you haven't already, just mention that on the advertising ideas channel. If you have already, I will get to it as soon as I can. So that's one of the reasons why we've revamped our Discord, is just to make sure that we can record everyone's ideas and suggestions and feedback, because holders such as yourself are interested in seeing this vision continue to be carried through, and I want to make sure everyone's voices are heard as well. So I think I can maybe check some questions then from the text questions. Let's see. Okay, great. So okay, so let me check for some other questions. How will the NFT revenue help Taboo's price? Very good question. So this comes down to utility. See, our tiering system has a minimum holding requirement. It's starting off as US dollars, but we may change it to tokens down the line as well. So by getting access to the various tiers, you need to be holding some Taboo. So of course, that means more Taboo is being bought. In later versions, there will be staking onto individual profiles as a way to get access to content creators' content, as well as various more one-on-one type let's say private shows and all of this with various creators. So by staking onto individual profiles that will allow because of the utility of this, it will allow for more Taboo to be bought. However, yeah, that's actually what I wanted to share there. So that was a very, very good question. So the utility of the marketplace is what's going to ensure that it's going to help the Taboo price over time. So great. Take a look at some more questions here.
Imagine, I've got a question. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Calling from the UK here, right? Is there anything with regards to like events and stuff that Taboo are doing? Like meet-up events and things.
Yes.
Even if it's just holders get together and have a beer, something like that in a venue or something. Is there anything like that happening at all?
Either I get my money or I'll kill.
Yes. So Chloe and CJ also spoke to this earlier. We will be doing live events. We will be doing conventions where we can promote more Taboo around the world, more of Taboo. We are gonna have Taboo Mansion. We are gonna have VIP exclusive events and parties for Taboo. This is all gonna happen, and that's why when people say why aren't you doxxed? Why aren't you doxxed? I mean, my profile picture is real, but I'm going to be at those events. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be hiding with a mask. You get my point? So I think people need to just maybe go a little easy on the doxing side, because these live events themselves, I'm going to be attending them as well as with James and as well as with our model partners as well. So all of this is happening, by the way. So good question. Good question.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you mentioned earlier, man. I had to jump off.
Yeah, no problem. Hello, how are you?
I want to ask you, what's your full name? Because all I search about you, I found only Majid.
Yep. Yeah. I told the community that I am going to, now you're, again, if I haven't done a full docs yet, you're just asking directly, with all due respect, for me to answer that right on this call, which I'm not going to do. But I am going to be making a LinkedIn soon. We're going to be doing video AMAs soon. I am going to ease into this as well. And, it was always part of our plan to do this. I would rather do this like a kind of like a big event. I want to make this like a nice event when that's happening for this doxing event. But I want to make this clear to everybody. I think that people get so caught up on this idea of doxing, which is important. But I myself have been rug pulled on doxed projects, by the way. So that is not a guarantee of safety. And I will say this too. I know people personally that have been received death threats, and their family members have received death threats earlier this year because of the market conditions, irrespective of the token. So I need people to empathize with that. This will all happen. Just be patient. We've been out for over 6 months. We have no reason to not continue this vision forward. The model partners have my personal phone number. They know me personally already. There is no way that anything illegitimate is going to happen. But I will be making a LinkedIn soon. I will be doing video AMAs. I am going to be looking at this as soon as possible. My number one focus right now is just getting this marketplace launched smoothly, as the community has been waiting a very long time for it. So thank you for the question.
Can you tell us if this project is your first one?
No, it's not. This is not. I have had extensive experience in the crypto space, and this has been always my final project that I wanted to do, which was to build an adult entertainment type token, because I saw there was an opportunity in the market to do this. And I remember when I was on my first call with James, when we were discussing about partnering, I told them honestly, I told them straight up, I said, listen, either we partner together or I'm going to go make my own project and we are going to be competitors. That's kind of the funny story that we had together. I literally, I put him on the spot and I said, listen, we either work together or I'm going to become your direct competitor. So this has always been the project that I've wanted to do. And I mean, I'm not going to stop until this gets to top 10. This has been always what I've shared with the community, because it deserves to be there, and the opportunity is there.
Can you give us some examples of projects where you were involved?
Yeah, no, I've said this in last AMAs as well. I've worked, in the beginning of my crypto experience, I worked on, community run projects. I worked on Pitbull early on. I also worked on SafeMoon, and as well as SafeMoon Cash. I was also, private consulting for them. I've actually helped consult for different projects, like Lonely Fans. I've helped consult on various core teams. So I've been involved, and extensively on many different projects over these last number of years as well. And so Taboo is now my 5th project that I have been involved in, and it is my understanding of the crypto space that has really helped drive this project forward. Because one thing that frustrates me is like 99% of dev teams, they're good at development, but they don't understand the crypto sphere. They don't understand the basic mechanics of hosting regular AMAs, community management, proper moderating, PR, how to people manage as well, how to market. So
they just like to sit in a cupboard in their pants. They just like to sit in a cupboard in their pants, just code.
Say that again, sorry?
I said they just like to sit in a cupboard in their pants and code.
Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. Yeah. So yes, I mean, yeah, I mean, I know people are getting a little hard and they're questioning me, but it's no problem. I mean, I'm happy to share all of this. In terms of the docs, that'll happen as soon as possible. So just bear with me on that as well. So thank you for the question. I'm going to take some more questions from the main chat as well. I have another group where their questions are being sent for me. So okay. So let's see. There are lots of questions. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Will it be possible to like multiple wallets into one profile? For example, if you have more than one wallet with Taboo. I don't quite understand that question, so I don't know how to answer that. If you can maybe clarify on that. The next question is.
Hello, Majid.
Yeah, go on.
How are you? My name is Patrick. Sorry if my English is very bad, but it's quite difficult for me, so I hope you understand. My question was about if you have more than one wallet with Taboo for security, can you link the multiple wallets into one profile on the marketplace, or you have to create more than one profile for
you need to
one of each
connect
wallet?
at the time. You have to connect one wallet because that would be really. I mean, I can actually talk to the dev team if that's even possible to do, but for this time being, it's just you connect one of your wallets onto the marketplace is what I know. So
at the beginning, you need to create one profile for one of each wallet.
Yeah, right? Like if you have a MetaMask wallet that's holding Taboo, you will connect that wallet to the marketplace platform, and then at that point, depending on how much Taboo you own, that will register for whether you can access more exclusive content on the various tiers. But I will check with my dev team on the possibility of linking multiple wallets. That's actually a really good idea. I never thought of this, and I want to thank you for that. So if you can also add that to the advertising ideas section of the Discord, that would be very helpful for me, because sometimes messages on Telegram from community members gets lost, since I get about 100 DMs an hour, which is not a joke. So the Discord will be a very good way to record this thought, and it'll help me be able to review it. Thank you for that. That's a very good point.
No, thank you.
I will talk to the dev team today.
Okay, thank you. Yes, because it's a good idea to force the security, right? Because if you are hacked, you lose less, right? So I use it that way. So it's helpful.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your answer.
More. So, Majid, hi. Just a follow up on how you do the tiering system. If we do staking and liquidity providing, we are also leaving behind a lot of tokens. How do the system catch up that you have done this and secure that you are on the right level in the tiering system?
Yes. So
you get my question?
So when you connect your wallet and it shows how much Taboo tokens you hold, that is going to be the metric that determines your access to the tiers. Now the staking is going to be done on the platform. So because of that, and I made sure of that. So because of that, that eliminates the question that you have around whether or not it can be tracked how much Taboo you actually own and in what dollar amount, because it's all being done on the platform itself.
Okay.
That's the reason why. Yeah.
Thanks.
So good. I think there's been a lot of questions around major exchange listings, and whether or not the major exchange will be there before the marketplace. Very real possibility. Very real possibility. I'm in the latter stages of the with one of the top 10 major exchanges. It is confirmed, but I keep saying they're just so slow moving, and they want me to do things the way that they want it done, which means I cannot even reveal the name, because some of the contracts I've signed, it's literally a case of if I break any of their conditions, they won't list us anyway. They won't, and I don't want to have that for the community. So just bear with me on that. A major exchange is coming, and I'm going to say this now. you are all going to be very happy with this exchange. Very happy with this exchange. So, good. Any other questions on this call? Okay, I will check questions on on the
hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, I'm here. I'm here. Yep.
Oh, hi. How are you, Majid?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I was just listening to our friends, the rest of the community, and also you. Just had a couple questions that I actually wanted to ask if I could get any answer from you. And first of one of them is actually for the advertising as I see Instagram account is private, something like that, And I believe that the Taboo token can go up much more than this price right now, with more advertising and more project on behind that. And also, I wanted to know if there was any plan to actually list the Taboo token to the another applications or websites like Binance, Coinbase, or anything like that, So
yeah,
I just wanted to know the plan for the advertising as we saw in the past few months, especially for the meme coins like Sheep or Dodge or something like that. They grow up really good because of one of the reason was social media, and I was waiting for 2 or 3 days for my confirmation to follow the Instagram of the Taboo because it's private.
Yeah.
Appreciate for the answer.
What I will say is, a number of days ago, there was I believe it was a competitor attack. We've been getting attacked from competitors from day one. They were trying to create problems for our engagement on Instagram by just pushing a lot of fake followers onto the Instagram. Within an hour, there was thousands of followers that were added, which our social media manager could tell that they were fake followers. So we had to put it private and wait for the attacks to stop. The Instagram is now public as of yesterday. So the Instagram is public. Now, in terms of advertising, I mentioned this time and time again, our focus is to get listed on as many major exchanges as possible. And we're in contact with a lot of them. And at this time, they are all very happy with Taboo. And I believe that, floodgates are going to open when it comes to major exchanges, even more so, especially when the platform launches. So, when you can get access to more exchanges, you can get access to more countries and more holders that more in potential investors that want to buy Taboo. So that is already great exposure in and of itself. We have a large marketing firm in the background that has already started their marketing campaigns that are just ticking in the background as well. I'm looking to, we're really looking to improve our Reddit and improve other areas of our socials. This is all happening concurrently with some of the big moves that we're doing. So it's just a matter of people understanding that this is a project that is here to stay, and it's not going anywhere. And every day it's going to keep improving, and our holders are going to keep going up, and our utility is coming, and it's just right around the corner. And it's just going to continue to grow with time. That's the best answer that I can give you. So
because as I talk with some of my friends that they are also holding some tokens. I said I got Taboo when it was less than 1 cent, and for the last week actually it went up till to 5 cents or 4.8, something like that. I don't remember the exact price. And I told about the same token with them, and they said, yeah, we can because we cannot find this in that app or this app because Binance is like this and KuCoin is like that. I said, yeah, I'm holding Taboo just in the Heartbeat, and I have Heartbeat just because of the Taboo, you know. And they said
Yes.
that if you heard anything about the another token, it comes a few months ago and it's gone now. And they said example like that. It was UNQT, the token. It was like some company, I don't know where it was, in the Swiss or something in Europe. And they said that they compared this token, that Taboo, with that kind of tokens. And I said no, because this token is already in the market and it's growing and it's good. And I just say that this is my idea. If you like, you can invest. If you don't like, it's your money. Go,
Yeah.
you can buy anything else, right? But I
Yeah.
have that concern about the community, because I really like to grow up this, and I invested on the Taboo, and I'm actually glad on that. You know, I'm okay with that, and it's really good. And thank you for the answer.
Yeah.
Thanks for the time that you give me.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I value every single question equally. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So, great. So any other questions on this call? I'm going to take a couple more, and then I'm going to wrap it up and give some concluding thoughts as well. So,
Majid, it's Tanya. Just quick question. I saw it on the chat actually. Is the staking, are the staking rewards taboo, are in Taboo then?
yes, it's going to be in Taboo. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Great. So if there's no one else on the call, I'm gonna take a look at some of the text or the chat questions as well. I want to take a look at some of the Discord questions now too. Okay. Okay, so I'll try to take one more question now. Okay, so the question is categories for the marketplace where different models will be available, like normal girls who started the journey for modeling. Yes, so this is one of, we're going to create a separate category. I mentioned this in previous AMAs, where rookies or amateurs or up and coming rising stars will be able to be featured on the marketplace. So there will be a disparity between some of the more experienced models, like the Chloe Terrays and the CJ Sparks of the world as well. And when we create and publish our digital magazine, I'm going to make sure that they get scheduled in at a set date where they will be releasing exclusive NFTs for the public. When we get onto the radio show and we start interviewing these models, this is going to be their entry point into the Taboo project and into becoming, a bigger and more well-known content creator. So yes, that's going to happen. In terms of diversity of models, Chloe and CJ already alluded to it as well. We are going to be bringing in more diversity of cultures and backgrounds for different kinds of models, and more of those are coming and on the way. Absolutely. So very, very good questions there. Great. So if there are no more questions, I think it's already 11:30 PST time for myself on this call. I'm going to wrap it up now. Again, the marketplace version 1 is launching on November 23rd. I am going to release an official announcement on Twitter shortly after this call for the definite date. I'm very, very excited about this and about the version 1 marketplace to be launched as well. So that was the main priority of this call, aside from answering questions, is to give everyone a definite date for our version 1 marketplace launch. And I'm excited and thrilled about this launch. And I can't wait for all of you to be able to go onto the marketplace, to see what kind of content we have. And again, remember, before I end off, this is the start of our journey together. And there is a lot more features and additions that are going to be added on this marketplace, such as in phase 2 and phase 3. Other than that, I've been honored and privileged to be on this call. Thank you all again, and I look forward to chatting with you all soon.
A quick question, if it's possible, Majid.